Tyson and Damon, they went inside the gas station, try to find Jason. I felt like things were gonna be better when Jason was gone. In my mind, it was like, I'm not actually killing him, so therefore, it's not on me. When they find out like why I'm in here, people are shocked. I'm not the typical inmate that they're used to seeing. They're like, Emily, how did you ever even get in here?
Good morning, Mr. Anderson. I'm here to make copies for dorms 3, 4, and 5.
My role here in prison is I am an aide on the dorm. I'm a team leader. Staff looks on me when they need stuff done.
It's just nice to know that they trust me and know that the job's gonna get done right.
I think it is hard for me to recognize that I've done some of the things people have accused me of. I just have that pureness about me still. Like, I haven't really allowed myself to have the prison mentality. When I first got to Rockville, I was scared. I remember crying. I remember crying that night, and I remember trying to hide myself crying because I didn't want other people to know that I was crying. The hardest thing for me being in prison is being away from my loved ones. I'm not actually working in nursing in here, but I'm still caring for people and helping others.
I struggle every day, even now, still with like when my feelings get hurt or things ain't going like I want them to with my kids in the courts. I kind of like slip backwards, and it triggers me to want to get high.
So like, you're gonna wanna turn to using heroin again, and you know that's gonna be very hard for you.
It is.
And you know, like right now, there's still that chance when you get out, like you can fight and get your children back. And I know how important that is to you because we have numerous talks about that.
Yes,
And
that is really important to me.
You know, and you have to change everything. Ultimately, drugs make you have bad choices. You know, you can lose your life and be in here for a very, very long time.
I don't want that.
No, I don't want that for you either. My career goal ultimately was to do trauma nursing. And like the ultimate goal was I would love to have been a flight nurse. That's what I really wanted to do. Looking back, my parents were desperately worried about me. They knew that I was in a bad situation, and they were very suspicious that I was taking pills because of the way I looked. You know, I swore I had everything under control and nobody noticed. At this point, I did live a double life. You know, I was very professional at work, but on my off days, I was abusing pain pills.
There you go.
I didn't let my parents into that life because they didn't approve of it.
Take me at Emmy.
So I had to live this secret life, and that became hard, you know? So then I just would kind of distance myself from them altogether. I would not be in prison today if I had listened to them. I mean, they gave me every opportunity that I could be to be a successful person outside of here. And I just didn't listen. Hi.
Come on in, have a seat. What are your goals in contacting him? Like, why, what do you hope to get out of it?
Just so I can like move forward in my life. Even if he doesn't want to, you know, respond back to me, like at least I could get some things off my chest, you know?
Okay. You wanted this man dead, and now you're going to ask him for closure. Forgiveness if possible, but definitely to express what?
You know, to let him know that like I'm not mad at him, that like, I'm thankful that this happened, and I'm
You're not mad at
thankful
him for what?
for like, I'm not mad at him for wiring up on me.
Okay, here's my thing. Let's put this in terms of like a scale. So he wires up on you to put you in prison for a very long time for drug
Correct.
dealing.
Yes.
Okay. You put a hit out on his life to murder him. Those two do not equate in my mind. Do they equate in your mind?
No, they don't.
Okay. So if you're going to do this, I hope that you can understand the difference in gravity there. Are you prepared for him to be angry?
Yes, I am prepared. Honestly, I'm expecting that. I'm expecting a negative response.
My suggestion is not to weigh too heavily on, I forgive you, I'm not angry with you anymore, because if I am him and I'm thinking, you're the one that put a hit out on my life, you wanted me dead, I really don't give a
I just want to let him know that I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know, and that, like, I thank God every day, you know, that nothing ever happened and it was all, like, stopped when it was.
She came in here as a very, very emotionally stunted, immature individual who was incapable of seeing how anything she did was her fault. I feel like now she's taking more responsibility in that she chose to be with those people. It's not that she was easily led, it's that she allowed herself to be easily led. And there's a definite difference there in terms of understanding what her role is.
I felt like I resented everybody, like it was everybody's fault. So I had to like work within myself to let that go, realize that I am responsible for my actions and just to move on. I know where I went wrong in my life and I will be successful when I leave here.